Hey there, welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra. You may already know me, but for those who are new to my channel, you may not. I am a crazy Cricut crafter, and I am here today to show you how to put infusible ink, got stuck, on a regular Gildan cotton shirt. So I saw this, someone else had shared their hack on how to do this, and I wanted to share it with you because I was under the impression that the only things that you could really use infusible ink on was 80% or higher percent polyester materials and the Cricut blanks. Well, there are many other things that you can use infusible ink on. You just have to kind of do a little bit of a workaround. That workaround involves glitter, iron-on, and infusible ink. So apparently the glitter iron-on has a polyester base for its material. So for shirts, if you want to use just a good old-fashioned regular cotton t-shirt, you can definitely do that. You just need to use your glitter as a base layer for the infusible ink. We're going to try this hack out, and I'm going to try it with you so that you can learn too. So I have my Easy Press set at 400, which is what's recommended. I think it's actually 385, so let me go ahead and drop that down. 385 for shirts and 400 for the coasters. That's why I had it set at 400, because I was doing a coaster. But 385, have the heat press set at that. I already have my decal cut that I want to use. So this is going to be my base. It is just using the plain white glitter. So I'll put this on first. And then this is my infusible ink sheet that I will be using on top of that white glitter. So I've got my materials. Oh, and I have my butcher paper. And I have some paper towels back here. They were there for the staining of the wood that I was doing, but I kept them there because I want to wipe my fingers off, get my hands all free of any grease, oil, debris, whatever could be on there. You don't want anything on there. I just washed my hands, but I then touched my hair. So it's going to have a little bit of some oil on it. And I just had my hair toned last night. So it's probably got some conditioner and maybe some toner or whatever. You have no idea what could go in there. But you just want to make sure that your hands are free of anything that could mess up your infusible ink. So take a good paper towel, wipe them off, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my shirt. And how I prep my shirt is I align the corners here where the seam is on top. I don't know if you can see that. Seam is on top. Seam is on top. That way it is straight. And I'm going to fold it in half. Align everything as good as you can get it. It's not going to be perfect. And this is for a toddler, so perfection is not required. Though she is a sassy little toddler. So if I mess it up, she'll notice. Alright, got that on there. Fold it in half. Make sure that it's all flat. Open up my Easy Press thing here. Brush that off. And make sure there's no wrinkling going on. And basically what you're going to do, this is like one wrinkly shirt. I did already wash it, so that's kind of probably why we got so many wrinkles going on. Alright. We're just going to put this right here on the edge of the press. Again, trying to get those wrinklies out. And you just want it on there. It doesn't have to be on there all the way, but just enough so you get a good press line for the middle of the shirt. And there we go. We're in business. All right, go ahead and press this bad boy down. Oh, there we go. Give it just a few seconds, not very long. It is at a very high temperature, and the longer it's on there, the more chances you have of burning that shirt. And we don't want to do that. All right, quick press there. And we have a solid middle line. Now I like to do a secondary press here. Just a very, very light one where the pits are. So right at pit to pit, I just fold it and make sure that it's even as you can get it. A quick one here. Oh, I got a wrinkle. Another one. This shirt just likes wrinkles, apparently. It knows it's for a toddler. Again, just pressing very, very quickly to make those lines. I'm going to push this back. Actually, no, I'm going to pull it forward and swing the arm around just about to there. There we go. There we go. That way I can get my shirt onto the thing there. Just had to check, make sure that it wasn't going to fall off and onto the floor. That would make for a bad day. All right, so now I have a nice solid T-line for where I'm going to press. See? T. All right, so let's go ahead and get this HTV on here. And I'm actually going to move to the other side so that I don't keep having my back to you. I'm going to set that there. Up, and then I go off the screen over here. I can't win for losing today. Alrighty. Let's get the shirt on there where we want it. So that middle line, the chest line that I did, the armpit to armpit, is just to kind of give me a very straight, clean line, so that it'll help me place my decal. So let's go ahead and put that on there. I'll put this here like so. So I like to kind of just push it on there. I do have some heat resistant tape coming, but I don't have it just yet. That looks about right. I always like to pick up the shirt, check it out. Having that heat resistant tape will definitely help keep these decals in place. So that is why I ordered it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and push this in. Press it down, and we only want to press it down for just a few seconds. Nothing too crazy. So we'll give it about 15 seconds. I'll count in my head. La 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 la. No, I don't always sing when I count, but why not, right? Right. And you don't need that long, primarily because it's at a really high temperature. There's a wall there. Oopsie. Here we go. Oh, just a little too much pulling there. Oh no. Ow, that's hot. It's very hot, by the way, so when you're pulling it off, I would let it cool down just a little bit. Alright, so we got that off. Oh no! I overlapped the K. So I need a little scraper tool. I overlapped the K on top of the plastic. And that's why it's not coming up. Only a little bit though, so it should peel right off of that plastic there. There we go. So what happened was the K got stuck to the transfer paper here, the mask, and I pulled it up, but I was able to save it by just taking my time, using my weeding tool, and pulling it right off. Super easy peasy. All right, so I'm going to take my Infusible ink here, align it as best as I can. If it's a little off, it's okay because it's on white glitter. But I want it to be perfect. There we go. So we've got that on there, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put this back on top of my other decal to verify that it doesn't stick to my thingy. And then I got my butcher paper. We're gonna put the butcher paper sheet right on top, and I'm actually gonna cut this in half because I don't need the whole sheet. Well, there's actually 2 sheets here, but I only want one. And in reality, I only want half of one. We'll just go the whole thing. So you can use half, you can use whole, you can use whatever your heart desires. But ideally, you want to try to have the butcher paper covering the entire area of your press mat. Obviously, I have a bigger press, so that's kind of not a thing. So it's just protecting your press mat, your image, all that good stuff. So actually, before I go ahead and press this, I'm going to double check that decal, make sure, and I'm glad that I did because it did shift. I'm going to make sure that my Infusible ink did not shift too much. It did shift just a little bit, so I want to fix it. Sometimes when you use vinyl, you press it at high temperatures like this, it shrinks a little and it drives me nuts because I don't know why it does that. There we go. And put that back on top of here. Covered butcher paper. All right, we've got it and we are pressing. I'm gonna set the timer and we're gonna give it about 20 seconds. I'm sorry, I keep going off the screen here, guys, because I originally just planned to stay over there. So we're gonna move this over here. All right, so I have done an Infusible ink t-shirt transfer before on the press on one of my videos, Words Are Hard. And so that was just on a white polyester Hanes t-shirt, which is what they recommend. So go ahead and watch that. It's the same process minus that first base layer. And actually that process for me, for that video was the same because I did 2 colors. I did black and then I did the Infusible ink. I did words in black and then I did the Infusible ink in another word. Another word in the Infusible ink. Whatever. You get my point. But my point was you should go watch that video too. You should watch all of my videos. And subscribe to my channel so that you can see all of my fun tutorials like this one. Lots of helpful stuff. And I love you guys. I love teaching you. And I love learning from you. Everyone that drops a comment, I'm going to reply to. And I'm going to be super thankful for you because I'm running out of ideas to show you guys, to teach you. I've taught you so much and I'm super proud of that. But I want to keep teaching you. I want to keep learning myself. So tell me some things that you don't see on my channel that you wish I would do. That way I can show you and guide you and help you in ways that no one else can. With a fun, quirky, attitude. All right, so we're gonna let this cool completely, not touching it, not moving it, none of that crazy stuff. Just let it totally cool before I go peeling that off there. Let's get out. So the glitter side is pretty friggin' hot. Burnt my little fingers there. Shouldn't be too much longer. It should be okay here soon. Now, with the infusible ink, you want to be very careful when you pull it off, because if you pull it off and it slides or it maneuvers, you can end up shifting some of that ink in places you don't want it if it hasn't set and dried all the way. So you want to pull it off and then let it sit for another minute or so, and then you can pick it up so that the ink doesn't fold over on itself. It is wet ink. It's kind of like a picture coming off of the printer. You gotta give it a minute to cool down and to set and to dry. That's that. My little spiel on letting it dry. And a good indicator that it is drying properly or setting properly is that the transfer paper on top of it, or tape, whatever, will begin to wrinkle. And that is exactly what this is doing. And it's still a little bit hot, but that's because the mat underneath is super duper hot. So you want to make sure that when you're pulling it up, one swift movement. You don't want to pull it up, put it back down, pull it up, put it back down. And then if the paper doesn't come off with the tape, like this just did, which is perfectly fine, and it did shift a little bit, but that's okay. As you can see, most of the ink did come off of that transfer. Beautiful. So I'm going to give that a second to sit there. And it did shift just a little bit, but like I said, it's for a toddler and I don't think she'll mind. It is really cool looking though. Pretty excited about this. Just a minute. You can pick it up and move it around, just don't fold it onto anything else. And this, my friends, is the end result. Look at that. I wanted to get closer so you could see it. Let's brighten the camera there some. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. Look at it. And it's on a fully cotton shirt. I'm so excited about this. And the absolute best part of this, in my opinion, is that you can see the glitter, which makes this infusible ink color just so much better. I thought infusible ink was cool on this friggin' coaster. Put some glitter on it and oh my god, holy cow, I love glitter. That's why I'm in this crafting world. And this is just adorable. She's going to love this, guys. I'm so excited to give it to her later. So we're gonna go ahead and set that off to the side over here. Let it cool completely. And I'm gonna chat with you for just 1 second. So, we're in the middle of a pandemic. School starts next week. It's a bit wild. I need some funny stuff. Tell me something good in the comments. Anything. I don't care. I need something good because I got a lot of stress going on. It's kind of crazy here. We're remodeling my first floor. I have a crafting business. But this is my release. I get to talk to you guys, even though you can't talk back really. You just drop some comments and we'll talk. And school's starting remotely next week with a kindergartner and a 5th grader. So this is going to be interesting. Do you have a kindergartner going into remote learning? Have you ever done remote learning for a kindergartner? I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that I haven't even met her teacher yet. And we start school in 4 days. So this will be interesting. I will definitely keep you guys posted. But my point was I wanted to get you guys' ideas, get some love, share some love, and talk to you. Anyways, so enough of the mushy gushy weird stuff. Subscribe to my channel. That way you can see all the cool projects and the things that I learn and I can teach you. Like this video, like this video, hit the bell so that you get alerts when I come on and post new stuff. And let's see how quickly I can get to 500 subscribers. That's my next goal. All right, and let's keep learning together. That's the most important part. So that's all I got for you. It took about 15 minutes to press this beautiful shirt and to talk to you guys. So until next time, my crafty, crazy people, I love you and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.